Welcome, adventurers, to Explorers of El Moral, where we trust the heart of the dice, the stories cut deep, and the world is one we've built ourselves.
Get ready to join our crew of adventurers as we dive into a brand new homebrew adventure setting full of magic, mystery, mayhem, and just a little bit of murder. Players and listeners, fortify yourselves and be sure to precast your buffs. Let's get rolling.
Explorers of El Moral, bound for Mordoon shore, 5 heading north through wind and frost to find ancient lovers' lore. They're chasing gold through frost and fog as gods watch from the stars. 2 runaways and 1 dumb quest for manhood, guts and scars. They fight, they freeze, they fake brave words, then run as best they can. But gods be damned, they're heading north to find what makes a man.
You arrive on the salt-encrusted docks of Drift City, a busy trading city that is used as the main naval port for this continent. Still wavy from the journey, you are reminded of the ship by an unconscious phenomenon known as sea legs. It was a long and arduous journey from the places you call your homeland. Sailing to Mordoon has taken a toll on your body and your mind. The rough seas, the howling wind, and the eerie and eternal darkness of night have all imprinted themselves deeply into your memory. Arriving safely in Drift after your experiences on the seas is a great deed in its own, but your adventures have just begun. Situated on the curved coastline in the south and west region of Mordoon, Drift City is built up and into the snow-covered cliff faces standing before you. Towering over the dock ward on the cliffs, a grand white stone castle with expertly carved blocks of marble and pointed parapets of blue and gold. Just beyond the docks is the main roadway, made of cobblestone, that leads through the dock ward itself, over a drawbridge, and through a large tunnel, finally up into the heart of Drift City, lofted 600 feet by the cliffs. The small island that you stand upon now serves as the docking district. At its center, a large lighthouse. Opposing the lighthouse, the ancient statue of Farah, the father of fair winds, holds a copper lantern towards the sea, welcoming you as it has since the times of the dwarves in the lands of Mordoon. It is early in the morning when you arrive. The dancing suns Gol and Quar break the horizon behind you as we all see you standing together in awe of the city. With the feeling of excitement and anxiety in your bellies, the night's darkness is making its final stand against its pursuers. The previous night's lanterns are still lit, bathing the city with the faint orange glow of magic fire. Seabirds hawk and caw loudly in the sky, rallying to collect nature's taxes upon the fishing boats before you. And the locals move about the dock like an ant colony. Fishermen are preparing their ships and tackle to go off sailing for the day's catch, or loading barrels and crates of cargo for their next destinations. Traders are talking inventory and deliveries from arriving ships as they are unloaded, and other travelers are gearing up to explore what the tundras have to offer. Diplomats are arriving to attend meetings and political shindigs. Local vendors serve up a variety of hearty breakfasts here on the docks. And players find, as you're standing here looking at everything, that this is not a place that you can stand still for very long, as it is rush hour here on the planks.
Oh my god, what is that smell? Ow, that's just awful.
It's fish.
That's nasty, smelly fish.
We are at a dock.
You have a disgust for seafood, human child.
I have a disgust for disgusting things. This is unclean.
And he lets out what sounds like a sigh, a kind of metallic groan that comes through his vocalizer.
I had no idea your peasant folk could smell this bad.
You've never had fish before.
I never had fish that smelled like this.
Well, it was right off the dock, so I would assume it has that fishy smell before it's cooked.
Oh, but let's get out of here. I need a nice mattress and a good long bath. Yes, I can't wait.
Gus, I can go get it for you. I can go find it in. Is it, my liege? Is this what you wish?
Oh, Dinkle, yes, splendid idea. Go find the best inn in town and make sure they have a bath drawn before I get there.
Okay, is everybody going to stay at the same place? Should I make accommodations for everybody?
I think if Gus is paying, then yeah.
Hold on now. I'm not paying for your stay. I'm paying for your escortment.
Do you want to go to North Store?
But I'm supposed to pay for your entire way there? Oh, we already made a deal.
I'm just messing with you, Gus. Your lordship.
Nico will chime in at this point as well and say, well, I have good news. I don't know if it would be considered the nicest place in the city, but I do have a friend at the Lucky Hook Inn, a place we could stay for the night, and maybe even find some employment if that's something that we desired.
I would definitely like that. I could get as much coin as I can.
Like I said, it's maybe not the nicest place, but if we work a little bit, they'll let us stay for free and give us a little bit of walking around money.
Pardon me, did you say not the nicest place? Do you know who I am?
I don't believe...
You're a traveler in a remote part of the world. You must get used to rough accommodation.
But what if
I believe that is likely what your father intended when he sent you here.
But what if the mattresses aren't feather? Or even worse, what if they have, like, bugs or they don't clean them or nothing?
The good news, I guess, again, is that it is too cold for any bed bugs.
But still, my back really can't handle anything less than a feather mattress. It really can't. I've tried. I really have tried.
Maybe you need some alcohol to kind of help numb the little pain before bed?
Dinkle cocks his head and smiles.
My mummy never let me have wine. I can have wine now?
Certainly. Would you like some wine? Bourbon?
Bourbon? What vintage is that?
Insert don't underage drink disclaimer
Disclaimer
here.
right here. Don't underage drink.
Don't give children...
Look, the drinking age is like way younger in every other country. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Auni turns to Dimitri as Dimitri says this and replies,
I'm not an expert on human constitution, but I believe feeding intoxicants to the small human child may not be the best course of action.
I'll have you know that right now. I am in between. I'm just almost a man, but I'm not a child.
You heard him. He's not a child. He can handle his liquor.
Very well. I merely do not wish this to become a liability.
May I inspect the alcohol you wish to offer him?
We have to go to the place to get it, right?
Yes, that's right. Let's, Nico. The inn? Where's the... What would you say?
Yes. Well, we could walk our way through the city and make our way down there, or we could take a small ferry skiff. It'll be a bit quicker if we take the skiff, but there's so much city to see.
Oh, I would love to see the city. I've never been outside of my own hometown. The city's not all gonna smell this bad, right, though?
I would hope not. I would assume once we get past the dock, this fishy smell that you hate so much will kind of vanish.
Have you not been in a proper city before, human child?
No, I've been in plenty of cities, but I haven't been in ones outside of my continent, or around, well, near my villa, or the Vale. This one's so cold, though, and rocky and smelly.
It is pretty chilly. I'm assuming we're gonna get a lot of that feeling the farther we go north.
Auni kind of lifts up his arms and looks at them.
There is a stiffening in my joints. We will require proper gear if we wish to venture north from here. I imagine North Star is north, based on the name. It is a typical naming convention.
I suppose. I don't really know. Dinkle! Where's North Star?
Ah! It's north?
We require directions, perhaps a more detailed map.
Dinkle can find. Augustine, if you are to consume any beverages, any liquids, I require to test them first to assure that they are not poison.
Very well. I appreciate your concern, Dinkle.
Yes, not poisoned.
My mummy would be very upset if I got poisoned.
Huh, must be nice.
It would be all through the courts.
Oh my, can you imagine the scandal if it came back word that I was poisoned? In Drift City? Does that count as a scar? If I get poisoned, it won't kill me, will it?
You need to survive. I don't think scars are... Can you scar on the inside? I don't know.
Metaphorically, that could be a symbol for a scar if you're poisoned.
I wonder if Daddy would be proud if I got poisoned.
What's your relationship with your father?
It's good. It's good.
It's good. Insight check?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Can we get an insight on that?
Go for it. Dinkle's like looking down at the ground, grinding the heel of his foot into the cobblestone.
Auni rolls a 23 on insight.
I rolled 11.
Got it. Okay, so 11 for Dimitri on the insight. With it being a little better than average, there's definitely more story to be told. But you don't... You just get the idea that, like, Dad is hard on...
Got it.
On Augustine, from everything that's been said so far. And then Auni, you can tell that this is a big button for Augustine here. It's like everything that Augustine desires is the approval of Dad, and he's kind of an asshole. He's not cool.
The tiny sensor dots on Auni's face that he has instead of primary sensory organs just kind of begin kind of spinning a little, and there's just a very slight whirring noise as he inspects Gus's face and demeanor. And then Auni just lets out it's just soft hum.
Shall we get moving? These docks are quite busy.
I shift uncomfortably. Yes. The affairs of nobles are none of your business anyway. Take me to the inn.
Dinkle snaps to attention and will start leading through the crowd to make your way to... Do you want to be led to a skiff to cross quickly, or do you want to walk through the city? What is the choice?
Auni has started walking.
Dimitri would be the last one to move. He would put up his hood and... not nervously, but there's a hint of observance, looking around his surroundings, as if he is looking for someone, in a sense of someone's looking for him.
Okay. I want to know what your passive perception is.
My passive perception is 11.
11? Okay. So, you look around, and most people are paying attention to their own business. Walking to the different places. Some people are carrying, big crates of things, and most people are busy enough that they're not paying any attention to you. One thing you do notice is there's a guy that has a food stall. He's got these small wooden boxes filled with either a bed of rice or a bed of mixed vegetables, and then laid on top of it are these thin slices of glistening raw seafood, and then they're laying in this big tray of ice. He seems to be looking at you, probably innocently from a vendor's standpoint. And when your eyes catch his eyes, he is going to call out to you.
Dimitri will see that and kind of give the person a nod of hello and will make his way toward the food stall.
So you start making your way, and the vendor, the owner of this food stall, he nods his head in, that classic acknowledgement nod. And as you get close enough for him to be within, vocal distance, he'll be like, "Oi, hey, oi, you look rather serious and fresh off a sea's journey. Perhaps you are in need of some sustenance, or maybe a paying job. You look proper serious."
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. What are you offering?
Well, I've got these very nice box lunches of fresh tuna, and if you are an adventurer in need of work, I do have an opportunity. I assume that you are perhaps explorers of El Moral.
Yes, any opportunity to make some extra coin will be appreciated.
Oh, well then, my eyes don't lie to me. Good, good. Well, would you like to help me out with something? I will pay ye for your troubles.
Yeah, why not? What do you need help with?
You might need some friends. I see they're walking away without you, perhaps, but I have a restaurant here in town as well as this stall. Opened it up recently, you see, and I have had some troubles. None of my knives from back home can seem to hold an edge to these fish out here. Their frozen bones dull my blades almost instantly. I asked around and I was informed about a special type of steel that would be required for my trade here. Some high-carbon, ultra-dense blue steel forged in the cold fires of that great forge up north a little bit. So, naturally, I sent for some of them knives from Cold Forge, and they were on away in a ship. Seems that ship has washed up on the coast, crashed. I spent nearly 20 gold listening to the street whisperers to get this tip. I need someone to go to the wreck as soon as possible, before any of those looters arrive. All I want is my knives back, the ones I paid for. That's it. What you do with the rest is none of my business. Any chance you and your friends would be willing to go down there and get me my knives? I'll pay you each 50 gold and give you a discount at my restaurant for life if you can get those blue beauties back to me.
You said 50 gold for knives?
No, not 50. 15.
Oh, 15. I heard 50, sorry.
Wishfully as you have.
Yeah, how you just said it's off the coast.
Oh, down the coast? I'm told about half day's travel.
About a midway through this man's job pitch, Auni hears the back end of the conversation and quickly turns around and darts back to Dimitri with about as much haste as he ever appears to have. And he stops for the vendor and says,
Well, can you tell me about this cold forge you mentioned? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. It's that ancient forge. There's a whole city around it. A bunch of artists and craftspeople live there. It's up in the mountains. You need to climb these stairs to get up there, or you could arrive by Griffin, I guess.
I'm tailing right behind Auni because I was following him and bump into him as he stops abruptly in front of the shop vendor. Did you say griffins? Those are real? I never seen one of them before.
Oh, yes. They need to be trained, of course, but they are quite faithful companions and used about in this world, in the continent. They don't really like leaving the north, though. They prefer where it's cold. That's why you don't see them much anywhere else.
Whoa! Dinkle! Get me a griffin! I want a griffin right now!
Good sir, how much would a griffin cost? My lord here is interested. I don't know. I'm just a restaurateur. I suppose you'd have to go see it for yourself. There's none in the city currently. I'm not sure why they don't hang out. Maybe the Bellevilles have something to do with that. There's not any griffins here in our city.
What is a Belleville?
Oh, you must be new.
We just got off the boat.
Bellevilles are the...
I know the Bellevilles. The Bellevilles. They're here.
Oh, well, yes, this is basically their city, and he points over at the castle that's looming above. Oh, that's the castle right there, young one.
God smite me where I stand. No wonder Daddy sent me here.
Do you know them, Gus?
Do I? Of course I do. anyone knows the Bellevilles.
It's the bridge builders. You should visit the ice gardens. It's quite the sight to see, young one. And if you are of noble descent, I'm sure that you will appreciate its finities.
Oh, I surely will. And hopefully the Bellevilles will let me stay with them. I bet they have feather mattresses. And griffins.
Well, about the job, do you want to do this?
Yeah, I think we could find some time to find some knives down the coast.
Covering lost gear from a shipwreck in exchange for coin. That is acceptable.
The ship that you're looking for is going to be, to know that you're at the right ship. There's some old shipwrecks. It'll look quite new. That's first off. That'll be your first, clue. But if you can find, if it's still there, of course, the name of the ship was Old Pine.
Old pine. Sounds like a type of wood you wouldn't want to sail with. But
What is that sound you made?
Oh, it's just like 2 bongos and a piece of metal. Or maybe when you drop 2 bowls and a spoon off a counter. But
Dimitri will look at Gus, and then he'll say, an opportunity to get a scar.
From an old ship. You think there's old pirates there? Maybe they're undead pirates. Or skeletons. Or maybe there's buried treasure. Or a kraken.
I would hope not.
We will be running very quickly if there is one of those. Sir, I think that we accept your job. We will get there as soon as we can. We will need to go to the market and get some proper clothing. I'm noticing everybody, I don't know if you've else noticed, it's very cold.
It's not that bad, Gus says as he scratches his very plump belly.
So it's at this point that Gus might notice that behind him, Auni is standing directly over him and now looming over and leaning down and very closely inspecting Gus's person.
I jump and squeal in shock.
Auni kind of stumbles back, not expecting the scream.
What is that infernal noise? Why are you screaming?
You can't just jump on me like that.
I did not jump
Don't you
at
know
you.
about personal space?
I was looking for the bongo. It must be very small.
Bongo?
You said you made a sound with a bongo a few moments ago.
No, it's the sound of a bongo, not with a bongo, you bongo.
Yes, a bongo makes the sound of a bongo. Where is the bongo?
I don't have a bongo.
You just said... Forget it.
You see Dinkle pulls out a piece of paper and he's got a quill in his hand. And he starts writing down bongos, piece of metal.
No, Dinkle, we don't need bongos or a piece of metal.
Scratches it out.
On second thought, add it back to the list. I don't think I've ever owned bongos.
We're gonna get them though.
Oh, splendid. I can't wait for a lovely pair of bongos.
The guy that just gave you the quest is standing there just like, oh, I may have asked the wrong ones, huh? Oh boy. Well, if they come back, they come back. He's saying this under his breath.
As Auni's walking away, I yell out, wait for us! I can't walk that fast, I've got little legs.
Yeah, you see Auni is with Nico, who they're looking back like, oh boy. This is doing great. And you will then proceed through the dock ward into the meat of the island. There are some more vendors calling out and offering different wares. And the sun has fully risen enough that the warmth of the sun can be felt on your back as you're walking around. And what is your next destination?
Yeah, I believe you wanted to stop by the inn first to get accommodations, right? At least secure accommodations.
And do you want to go to the inn that Nico has a connection to? Or do you want to go to one that is advertised as, a nicer place with, the feather beds and the better accommodations?
I think at least for Dimitri's purpose, was to go with Nico, because there's a potential job opportunity.
Auni is following Nico, since Nico says he knows a place.
Do you want Dinkle?
I follow fully expecting this to be like a luxury place.
Okay, you follow expecting. Okay. well, we'll get to the description then.
Oh, I can't wait.
So you have that choice of taking if you want to take a ferry skiff, you can cross. Listeners can't see the map, but there is a small island that the group is on, and they have the choice of going to the west to go over a drawbridge and up into the city. It's a long roundabout way. Or you have a choice of getting onto one of these ferry skiffs that would take you just a short hop across to a small part that is down below the city on the cliffs, and that is a much quicker way to get to the Lucky Hook Inn, where Nico has a connection.
Use the drift, and since it's such direct path, it's probably easier just to go through there.
There's a lot of boats that we've been on for a long time.
Would you rather walk a long way, or would you just like to go across?
Well, we should see the city. Oh, I want to see the city. It looks so nice from afar.
Are you gonna complain about we're walking too much?
No, I'm not going to complain.
I agree with the human child. They would also like to see a bit of the city on their journey. Get a feel for the location.
Yes, we can go sightseeing.
Then we go sightseeing.
Dinkle, go get my stuff.
Oh, right away. Yes, 3 trunks, 4 duffels,
And he starts going through his list.
Don't forget my hat box.
Yes, important. Make sure not squished. Hat box. Toiletry suitcase. Yes, that's the okay. And
I pick up a very small satchel and carry that one.
and the unmentionables. Yes, okay. I will. We're going to which inn? Is it?
The Lucky Hook Inn.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, very well. I will hire someone to courier them over, and then I will meet you over there. Does that sound good?
Very good, Dinkle. Thank you.
Any other arrangements? I'll see if I can find bongos. Maybe you said you're warm enough, sir?
Yes, I feel quite nice, but maybe see if they have some nice fur coats. I hear they have different things here. Maybe a griffin coat or something. Or if you find a griffin or some sort of noble steed for me. Yes, I'm going to be a knight or a man, and I need something to carry me.
Yes. Okay. Transportation, noble steed. Okay.
And you see him writing all of this stuff down on a big list. If anyone looks over at this list, he's writing this down in Goblin. If you speak or understand Goblin, let me know. Otherwise, he's writing all this stuff down.
I don't even need to check. Auni definitely does not speak Goblin.
I do not speak Goblin.
I speak Goblin,
All right.
but I already know what I'm not looking at his list.
Okay, got it. So he writes all this down, and he will scurry off to go secure a few different things. He'll also take orders from anyone else if you want him to track something down in the city while he's out on his shopping trip. Let Dinkle know. That goes for Auni and Dimitri as well. If you want Dinkle to find something for you.
Warm weather cloak, if he's taking requests.
You get cold, and I rap on his metal chest.
Metal and frost do not suit each other well. I do not get cold, I get stiff.
Stiff? I mean, you're already a bit stiff, aren't you?
No, I am not.
What happens if you get too hot?
That is an interesting question.
Metal expands when it gets overheated, it contracts when it gets cold.
What's inside? Can we see? I start trying to pry you open a little bit.
Nico will intervene at this point, I think. Be like, "That's enough, young lad. I think that it is more questions would be best asked after we have had some drinks at the inn. Leave this poor fellow alone."
I was just curious. I've never seen one. Oh, you didn't answer my question. What's inside?
More metal.
Auni says much more firmly. and then continue her walking to the east towards the bridge.
Well, no wonder he's so stiff, I say under my breath.
Dinkle has scurried off at this point to go do his thing.
Right, Gus. Let's go. You wanted to see the city.
Yes, I do!
Dimitri will take the back of the line.
So you start making your way through the docks, which are a very busy place at the moment. But as you head towards the city away from the clustering of docks, you do find a easing of the busyness and the traffic on the roads, where you're able to eventually now walk in a bigger group instead of like a single file line charging through a crowd together. And you get through the dock ward and you make it to the drawbridge, which you see is a pretty, like, it's a very awesome piece of architecture and infrastructure here. This drawbridge has a series of gears and mechanisms that are able to open this thing up for larger ships to come through. Some serious tinkering work went into creating this drawbridge as you're looking at it, and the water below, which must be absolutely freezing. It's currently down and ready to be traversed. And as you're walking across the bridge, you see there are two people. It's currently just you walking one way, and then two other people. They seem to be of similar height, where these people will see you crossing as you are, and they will engage in a conversation.
Do they look like just as they're coming, like it's kind of like we're crossing, they're like coming as we're walking past them kind of thing, type of deal?
Yeah, I mean, they're not like walking right at you. They're just walking down the opposite side, traveling in the other direction. They're two people of similar height. They do have hoods up and drawn over their faces.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. So, from your insight check of 15, they don't seem to have any vibes of like they're looking for you, that they're someone that's pursuing you or trying to find you, but they are definitely interested in who you are.
Okay.
You don't see any markings of anything that would lead you to believe that they're connected to things of your past.
No.
From your 15.
Okay.
And you do notice, I will say, that they are drow, both of them.
Okay. At least for me, seeing that, I just kind of put my hands within my cloak and just kind of try to pay a little more attention to just as we're walking.
So, as you're crossing, the pair you see is a male drow and a female drow. They look very similar. They are perhaps family members of some sort. And the woman looks over with a twisted face, a sneer, a little bit of a scowl as well. And she hisses under her breath as you're walking by. Just what we need around here. A few more wannabe adventurers.
As she says that, Gus, who's by this point hobbling, yells out, "My feet hurt! Oh, can we stop for a minute? I need to catch my breath."
Dimitri will kind of hear that and will give kind of almost a sneer back in reaction, like, did they just say that? But then like go back attention to hearing Gus, and we'll say, "Gus, I thought we said we weren't complaining anymore."
"But my feet hurt, really, I tried. I walked as much as I could.
You're gonna have to get used to walking.
These floors aren't meant for walking very long distances. It's truly a shame of the city. I just need a moment. Look, we can look down the bridge. It looks quite cold down there. I wonder if anyone fell."
I'm sure there could have been some accidents.
The two of you have stopped then at this point, and the pair, after they say that under their breath, the woman sees you complaining and whatnot, and she turns and is walking backwards as
Oh no.
she turns and is walking backwards. Yeah, she's doing that, and you see that like the other drow male is trying to push her along and get her to not do this, but she calls out. She pulls up her hands and puts them around her mouth and like to project the voice a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, and we have a thing here called fashion. You and your friends really should stop around the market. You need it."
Oh, I love fashion! Thank you for the tip! Hello? And I wave at her.
She snickers again and just like, ugh, and walks away.
What a nice lady! Making sure we find the finest fashion of Drift City. She's right though, we must be stylish. I cannot have an entourage of the most unstylish people in Drift City.
So are you gonna pay for your entourage to get new clothing?
I dare say no. This is a business investment for you. Have you never run a business?
No.
You must dress nice. That's what my mommy always used to say.
I've never really wanted to start a business.
That's the only way to get money. My daddy has lots of businesses, so he has lots of money. I'm like putting my feet over the bridge and dangling them at this point.
Right. How did your dad get so much money?
Well, I just said he has lots of businesses.
What sort of business?
Well, I don't know, wine businesses and metals and investments and stocks and things and bonds and trades and the usual business things.
Interesting. Seems your dad does a lot of things.
What about your dad?
My dad? He was a knight. And
A knight?
yeah, I guess you can say a knight. Retired knight.
For what noble?
I'm not quite sure. He left before I could really ask about his knighthood.
He left? Like to go do knight things?
I guess you can say it. Knighthood things, just him and my mom went to go somewhere to look for something. And yeah, just...
They went to go somewhere to look for something. Well, did they find the thing?
I'm sure they have. Or maybe they are still looking. I don't know. I haven't really seen that. That's kind of why I'm looking for them.
You
So-
think they're here in Drift City?
Anyway, no, I doubt they're here in Drift City. But enough talk about my family. We got to go see the city now.
Are we almost there yet? I'm real tired.
Dimitri is saved by the sound of a bell that rings out. And when you look to the south, towards the direction of the sound, you see a large sailing ship that wishes to come through the drawbridge. And then in response to the bell, you hear some horns that blow from the two different sides of the drawbridge here. And then you hear some people in those towers on the drawbridge call out and tell everyone to clear the bridge so that they can lift it up.
There's a slight hesitation for Dimitri seeing that. There's just a sense of like something, like a memory.
So you drift off into a little bit of a daydream for a moment.
I'm trying to pull my legs out from the fence.
You're like putting your shoes and socks back on or something.
Yeah, but it's like icy and I'm slipping around a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, am I blistering already?
My poor feet. Think I'll have to massage these all night.
Ooh. So, yeah, they're calling out. They're like, clear the bridge! Clear the bridge, everybody!
Hold on, I have to get my shoes back on. Tell the boat to wait.
The voices call back. What are you, daft? Get off the bridge!
I'm going! Stop rushing me! I'm taking my time.
Auni is on the other side of the bridge already. He did not participate in any of this interaction. He kept walking.
Yeah, I feel like Nico is probably also standing over there. The two of you are potentially shaking your heads, or holding them low in slight disappointment. Nico looks over at you and is like, "When do you think we're actually going to make it to this inn?"
You and I will make it soon, I'm sure. Whether the human child and our other companion do.
And he doesn't finish that thought.
Oh, look, they're moving. Good, okay.
You look back and I've slipped on the ice and I'm back on my butt again. Ow! Ow! That hurt!
You disappointment, Sukradin! Get your arse up!
I'm coming. My bum is really sore now. I'm very slowly hobbling to my feet. It's a little icy though, so I'm shaky on my legs.
Hurry up.
And you have sea
Hurry
legs
up.
still too, so you're extra wobbly. Eventually you make it across the bridge without causing any crashing of ships into drawbridge. The boat did need to slow down for sure. And you've caught the attention of the bridge guards. They will probably remember you if they see you again.
The bridge guards will
After all
remember
that
this.
floundering. The bridge guards will. They will.
remember this.
A gracious rival has been met.
Small text box fades into existence in front of your game screen. The bridge guard disapproves of your actions. And you'll make your way up the snaking cobblestone street that will lead you into the heart of the city. You'll go through a large gate and see a housing district ahead of you, and then a very large building with a fenced-in area, also some hedges, some towers and flags on the tops. It's a pretty large place and a large... I'll say it again. It's large. Wow. It's a landmark of this city here. This is the mage school that you see. One of the second big... Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, the second biggest building aside from the castle itself. And as you're walking by the mage school, going past the fences, you do see something that catches your attention. When you're walking by, you encounter that there is a teacher from the mage's school here who is currently chastising a group of students for failing to do a quest that they sent them out to do. You hear, as you're walking up, "Today's task was straightforward, and you all have failed. Star flowers and winter's hearth, easily identified when found in the correct conditions. Pluck them carefully, don't crush the stems, unless you enjoy cleaning cauldrons for a month. Remember? And don't get me started on the fact that you left 2 of your fellow students behind." A nervous student will raise their hand. Miss Kayla, it needs to be said, we got into the glade with our group today. There was something wrong in the forest. The flowers were way too bright. The glade near that one hot spring, it grew tenfold overnight, I swear. Something about it all gave us the creeps. Felt like we were being watched the entire time, and I know some groups have had troubles with the quick gnomes out there. The instructor will then cut in. "Oh, spare me your woodland fairy tales, Theo. You heard a breeze. Your imagination conjured a basilisk, or a particularly aggressive squirrel. Either way, irrelevant. This was a botanical exercise, not a bedtime story. You all were tasked with gathering these ingredients for your tests tomorrow, and you have failed. Even if a nefarious creature stalks and attacks you, you are supposed to use your training. Surely a group of apprentices can handle themselves in the wilderness so close to the city. Perhaps none of you should hold the title of apprentice. Another one of the students gathers enough courage to speak. But, Miss Kayla, you are not wrong. But what we witnessed was not natural. Trees growing overnight. I spoke with a squirrel. They confirmed that someone has created these new trees. I highly doubt that Cradine's tears failed to create them. The squirrel talked of her. Up. That is enough of the talk about trees and squirrels. Daft they may be, but Ringa and Garner seem to be the only ones in your group with any sense. Let us hope for your sake that they return with enough starflowers and winter hearth for everyone. And they put their fingers to the brow of their eye line. Oh, who am I kidding? They're probably off goofing around. I will now need to send volunteers. Looks like the lot of you will be scrubbing cauldrons to pay for this after all. To the kitchen, the lot of you. The students all groan, and under their breath, as they're walking away, the teacher says, Wait till Krelis hears about this one. And then they begin to cast a spell. Right outside of the gate of the mage school, the instructor Kayla will begin to weave and cast a spell, leaving behind a illusory script, and then she heads off deeper in the city to put more of these postings up.
Dimitri will go up to the illusionary script and see what is written.
So you walk up and you see this scroll rolled up with a big golden exclamation mark glowing and shimmering above it. And when you walk up to it, the scroll unfurls, and you see the script reads, Help needed. Paying for properly harvested star flowers in winter's hearth. Harvest them with a sharp, clean blade at a 45-degree angle, and do not crush the stems. There's an illustration of the two botanicals in watercolor with high detail. Underneath the illustration, it reads, 10 gold pieces per bushel, maximum pay, 20 gold pieces per person. Starflowers in winter's hearth can be found in these two locations. Starflowers can be found on the forest's edge north of the city, and then winter's hearth can be found growing in the rocky coastline walls to the north and the south of the city. There is a delivery deadline. They need to be delivered to the mage school no later than the midday bell tomorrow.
Can you repeat the locations one more time?
So starflowers can be found on the forest's edge north of the city, and then winter's hearth can be found growing on the rocky coastline walls to the north and south of the city.
Well, seems another opportunity to make some coin. Did you guys hear about the weird trees the students were talking about?
What are they getting all the things for?
Probably some wizard stuff.
Wizards.
Yeah.
What is this place?
So Nico would be able to inform you and tell you. So you're standing with the mage school next to you. And the mage school is a place where people travel to study the arcane arts. From all over the world, people have been flocking here to study under the Master Krellis Windstep. It's also a place that functions as an orphanage of sorts. When a child is in need of a place to stay, even regardless of whether they have any connection to the magical arts, they are welcome to join the school and begin studying to become a wizard and take the time it takes as they grow up to learn the arcane arts, regardless of if they have any natural talent for it. And it's got a reputation for being the people that study there in the city. Like maybe Nico comments that, oh yeah, the headmaster doesn't get along quite well with the Bellavilles, and he kind of hints at the fact that the mage school and the Bellavilles clash heads once in a while. So Dimitri, you're looking at this scroll and another job. I would think that you get everyone's attention to look at this as well.
I guess they're looking for some certain flowers, and they'll pay for bushes of flowers.
I like picking flowers. I used to pick flowers with my mummy all the time.
Well, we're not technically picking them. We got to use a sharp knife or a dagger. He pulls that one out from his side and just kind of kind of moves it around his fingers.
I've got one of those too. I take mine out of my pocket and try to, put it through my fingers like he does, and I drop it. I've got one too.
Yours is like way more jeweled and not as utilitarian, probably.
No, it's very, very ornate, opulent.
Nico will chime in and say, and he's like looking at Auni when he says this. I think this is a fitting job for our young one over there. Little bit of an adventure outside of town to get his toes wet.
I believe so.
Yes! Oh, yes! I get to pick flowers!
Oh, sorry, Auni. To get one's toes wet is to start an adventure, to get accustomed to things, to ease into it, to become comfortable.
Auni, who has just been kind of staring at the mage's school for a while, doesn't respond, and then suddenly kind of snaps back.
Apologies, I wasn't listening to you. What did you say?
Oh, I was just trying to... never mind. Another time.
Dimitri found something about some kind of further employment. That's what I gathered.
Yes, we're gonna pick flowers!
Basically, some students didn't get their flowers because of some stuff happening in the forest, but it's 10 gold per bushel. 20 gold max per person.
Very well. A worthy endeavor.
Well, there's plenty of daylight. Let us go get us some accommodations for the night, and perhaps a few more stops around the city, and then we will go off and pick these flowers. Sounds pretty easy, to be honest.
Yes, it was a lovely day. Oh, I can't wait to tell Mummy about this.
Auni takes one last look at the mage's school and kind of points toward it and says,
This is indeed a place of learning. I would like to return here at some point.
Yeah, me too.
Are you a mage?
No.
Do you know magic?
No.
Do you want to know magic?
There is a pause.
No.
Well, if you don't know magic and you're not a mage and you don't want to know magic, then why do you want to go to the mage school?
There is a metallic groan that comes out of Auni's vocabulator.
It's a place of learning and education. It may have information that I seek. Or maybe it doesn't.
I scratch my very blonde, pristine bowl cut. Oh, right. I think that makes sense.
Auni, maybe I'll go with you when you go visit.
Very well. I have no objection.
Off to the inn, then.
To the inn.
It's been a while since I've seen Stan. You all start walking down the paths to get to the Lucky Hook Inn. You continue to pass by some large buildings in this district. You manage to cross paths with... There's a few big landmarks here that you're looking at. There's the guard barracks for the town guard. Well, not town. City. The city guard. There's a large temple of sorts that Nico could point out as the Faith of the Fist, which is a faction that operates in Drift City primarily. And then you make your way to a L in the road. To your left is the Great Drift Market, and to your right is cobblestone pathing that will lead you further in the direction of the Lucky Hook Inn. You see all the different stalls, the colorful tents set up, and then the large main tent at the center, full of goods and people. A good place to find anything that you may need for your further adventures. And you pass by that, and then into another residential district. Before you go down through a tunnel in the cliffs, you will get a glimpse at the main gates of Castle Belleville and the ice gardens that line the outside areas of the castle, where you see these beautiful winter plants covered in sparkling ice. You then go down the tunnels into this lower landing area that's just north of the dock ward, separated by water. You pass by some, other city folk going through the tunnels, passing by a torch every 30 feet or so. And then once you find daylight again in this lower landing, you see a large building built into the cliffside. Nico breathes in deeply. Ah, the smell of the sea, and that old place. How I miss it. You see the building that he is revering. This decent-sized building is built into the shape of a large barrel. The large front doors have a large copper fishing hook hanging above, and the worn wood of the double doors that was once painted purple has all but worn away over the years of weather and business. This building is a mass of patchwork wood salvaged from the many ships that have needed repairs in the city, making it a mix of different wood tones. There are some people laying on the porch outside who look visibly inebriated, hiccuping. The smell in the air as you approach is of old, dried up beer, thick coats of lacquer, salt, and vinegar. You can see the patrons of this place are mostly fishermen, sailors, and working types who are here to enjoy a drink or have a cheap place to stay. And it is by no means a place that would have feather beds for the young Augustine.
We're like walking up to it, and by this point I am huffing out of breath and take a look at everything around me, and it is an insult to my senses. My face falls as I drop to my knees, out of breath. Oh dear gods! What is it that I'm being punished for? Of all the places in Elmorol, why this one? Why must this be my fate? Disgusting place! The gods cannot possibly expect me to wallow around in the cesspit of peasantry! Oh, my feet hurt so bad. Where's Dinkle? And my stuff? Oh, this is terrible! Oh, by the gods! This is my fate! I am being punished!
Nico looks at everyone and takes in a deep breath. I will go try to get us rooms and perhaps a strong drink for the young one. I think it's best that, Augustine, you stay out here until you've gathered yourself.
I bet they don't even have a feathered mattress. Are the baths even hot? Do they even have bubble soap? Oh dear. I'm really going to be roughing it.
A random patron who's stumbling out and walking down the stairs, hiccuping and rosy-cheeked. He hears you mention do they even have bubbles? Bubble bath, and he starts. His face looks confused, and he starts laughing. Oh, you hear this young one? This young, way out of place you are, wanting bubbles.
Oh, yes, that's a civilized way to take a bath.
At this point, Auni turns around. He grabs Gus by kind of the scruff of his collar and just kind of lifts him up back to his feet and says,
I have a significant amount of patience, but it is wearing thin. You will cease your incessant complaining and whining, or you will find your own way to North Star. We've already found other opportunities for employment. I am sure there will be others in this town.
Now Gus is the stiff one. He doesn't say a word. He just nods obediently.
And again, Auni's hands are massive and probably about the size of Gus's head, maybe even bigger. With that, Auni just kind of drops Gus unceremoniously.
Oh, my bum.
So, yeah, Nico's gonna go inside. Anyone who wants to follow Nico can go ahead and go inside and talk to the proprietor to secure a room here. And then Nico will again, look at Augustine and say, "Please pull yourself together and come inside when you're ready."
I let out a big sigh and take in my drabby surroundings.
In front of you, there's a large shipyard with piles of wood for repairs to be made. Some housing for fishermen. You can see they have large nets and different scaffolding setups for drying fish. It's not the worst part of town. Anywhere in Drift City is relatively safe. It's not the best part of town, though. It is what you would consider, the lower end of things on this lower landing area. The smallest houses in Drift City is the vibe here. While the rest of the people are in the inn, and you sit in the snow or on the porch, looking out at the city. A little bit of time passes as the people inside are securing a room and talking to the proprietor, Stan. And eventually, you see a small figure walking down the street, Augustine, with something in tow. You see this familiar stature and posture of Dinkle, who's come to meet up with you all after securing some of the things that you sent him to go do. And he comes walking down the cobblestone streets with a rein in one hand. As he's walking up, it looks pretty large, what he's leading down the street. Seems like it's what you asked for, a noble steed, so that you won't have to walk and maybe a little less complaining, something the whole group would probably appreciate.
Oh, joy!
As they get within better sight, as they get closer, your excitement might be dampened a little bit, as the grand steed that Dinkle has brought you comes clomping down the streets with him. What you see is a dusty brown donkey with two big buck teeth in the front.
Saw that one coming.
My lord, I present you your noble steed. I've been assured that it is sturdy.
Can I pet it?
Of course.
I put out my hand.
It opens up its mouth and you see it's got a little bit of whiskers as well. Sporadic and patchy. And it starts mouthing you a little bit with its lips, and then it pinches your finger just a tiny little bit with its teeth.
Oh, you're a naughty one, aren't you?
How are the others doing? Have they gotten us a room?
Oh, just about. It's, Dinkle. It's not what I expected. Oh, neither is this, steed. But you know what Mummy always says. Keep your chin up and just try. I can do this. I'm gonna do this, Dinkle. I'm gonna be a man. I have to be a man. And this donkey's gonna get me there.
Donkey, I was told this was horse. I paid good money.
It's a horse.
I was assured this is strong, sturdy horse.
If you say so. Then this horse and you and me, Dinkle, we're all gonna become men together. I look under the donkey to check its anatomy.
You do not see manhood.
Some of us will become men, and others will become women. I'm gonna call you Mucky. Mucky, my lucky horse. At the Lucky Hook Inn. You're gonna be my lucky charm, Mucky.
It tries to bite you again.
We'll work on that.
Perhaps it is hungry.
Speaking of which, I'm very hungry myself, and I'm getting a little cold. And my feet hurt, so I think you're gonna have to rub them a bit tonight, Dinkle.
You can see he doesn't look excited about that.
Remember what I said about the drinks inside? I must make sure to test them all.
Oh, that's right. I do get to have alcohol.
Yeah. Only if I test it.
Of course. I cannot be poisoned so early into my adventure.
Exactly. Well, let's get in there.
All right, Monkey, you stay here. I'll be back for you later.
You see there's a random post that you can tie Mucky up to.
I try to pet it before I go back up.
It lets you this time.
Oh, that's a good girl.
She's got a little floppy, soft, little scruff of hair on the top of her head that you mush around a little bit. So, with the sight of Dinkle hitching up Mucky to a horse post, Augustine gathering himself to go into the Lucky Hook Inn to see what the others are up to, and if you've secured rooms, we are going to end this session here. And thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to like and subscribe. And check out our Patreon, YouTube, and Instagram page. See y'all next time on Explorers of Elmoral.